the next step is to investigate, to look deeply. And when you look deeply, how do you hold it in the body? How do you touch it? Is it tight or loose or painful? How big is it? Is it the hurricane or the typhoon or nuclear? You know, what are the emotions that come with this difficulty with you? What are the stories that it tells? Poem from an 8-year-old boy. I want to tell the fish, eat only the bait, not the hook. When you eat the bait, start from its edge and slowly gnaw bit by bit. Never ever gobble it in one go, right? And he's really trying to express something that he's learned about, that you can approach things, even things that are difficult, but that you have to look carefully, you have to investigate, you have to see how this is. So when things are difficult, you recognize, you accept them, and then you look deeply. And, you know, then you start to hear the stories, I'm unlovable, I could never be loved. I mean, one of the most meaningful things in working with clients who bring that story up at the right moment is to have them give voice to that after some compassion and other work, and then look in their eyes and say, is that true? Without any judgments, just say that again and tell me, is that really true? Do you know that to be absolutely true? That you're unlovable. And when you gaze in someone's eyes and ask what's true, it's very hard for them to lie in quite the same way. They're going to hesitate. Well, it sort of feels that way. God, is it really, really true? And it can change somebody's life to see them in a very, very different way because of it. So there are all these different stories. I'm unlovable, or, you know, when you investigate anger, I notice that when I get angry, and I've learned this, if I express that anger directly, I'm angry at you for doing this, it goes one direction. But usually underneath anger is what? Hurt, fear, some kind of pain, or some feeling of being disrespected. And if I approach that situation or that person and say, I feel hurt, or I feel afraid, they become interested. But if I say, I'm so angry at you, they're not as interested in that. They back away. So investigation means to look at what are the stories it tells, what are the mind states with it, you know, what are the emotions that are deeper under it, and you start to see the construction of that difficulty in your heart and mind.